chicken Alfredo music, lash tech music, baby mama music. Say what you want to say and say it plain, because I'm reading in between the lines and what I see I do not like. I'm Masani, aka at Culture Unfiltered. Welcome to my channel. And Summer Walker just dropped a new album titled Finally Over It. Now, if you don't know who Summer Walker is, she is an R&B artist from Atlanta, and her music rides along the lines of traditional R&B. It's the type of R&B you will hear on the radio. And she dropped a new album, and the album is pretty good. One of my favorite songs is Go Girl. I like 1-800-Heartbreak with Anderson .Paak. But when it comes to Summer Walker's sound in 2025, it is a little bit different than what we got from Summer Walker in previous years. When I first got onto Summer Walker, she was more so in the alternative R&B side. One of my favorite projects by her, even still to this day, is the Clear EP, the first one, not the second. And honestly, Summer Walker is just one of those artists who is really talented. Her team really does a great job at executing all of her rollouts, and she's become a fixture in R&B music. And I think that deserves some respect. So imagine my shock and surprise when I see people keying about her music being deemed quote unquote chicken Alfredo music. And what they basically want to say is it's music for Black women who are at a certain taste level when it comes to music. It's music for Black women who aren't hip to alternative side of R&B or other subgenres of R&B. And the whole thing just feels anti-Black. It feels very anti-Black woman. And it just feels like a way to kind of dismiss the music and dismiss the work and dismiss the artistry and dismiss the fact that Summer Walker is literally playing into the tradition of traditional R&B that we've known since the early 2000s. And I don't like it. As a Black woman who is here for the traditional sound, here for the alternative sound, here for all of these different types of sounds, I would never turn my nose up and kiki and laugh at somebody who is just a Summer Walker fan. What's wrong with that? Why does that have to be chicken Alfredo music? The whole idea that Black women don't have good music taste, and if you're a baby mama or if you're a lash tech, if you are any of these other things, you're ignorant and your taste hasn't evolved and this is that and the third. All of it is crazy. It's crazy. Where do you see these other nicknames popping up? What could Taylor Swift's music be considered? Charcuterie board music? And if it was, why is that an insult? It's always Black women being the butt of the joke. But at this point in time, it's not funny. And I think we have to be careful when things like this trend, because it gives everybody the opportunity to go in on Black women and point the finger and stereotype Black women. It's just insane. And it perpetuates the idea that Black women are the least tasteful people on this planet, when the thing is, we know the true tastemakers, the people who put multiple generations onto music, the people who carry traditions in music from generation to generation, large in part, are Black women. So hip hop, all of these other genres, yes, Black men have contributed to it, but so have Black women. So if the music that a Black woman is making is chicken Alfredo music, then somebody got to be eating the chicken Alfredo. And it might be the person who is accusing the person of making the chicken Alfredo music. But on top of that, I think it's fair to point out that when it comes to the traditional sound of R&B, there may be room to evolve the sound. There may be room to take the sound in different directions. Case in point, we have the AI singer Zero Monet, I don't know, coming out with AI music, and the music sounds very generic. It sounds like something you can put on if you close your eyes, type in R&B and press play on Spotify, like just extremely unemotional, unsoulful, just basic music, right? And I fear that in order to combat the advent of AI music and R&B artists are going to have to do a little bit more. They are going to have to dig a little bit deeper. They are going to have to open new portals in their artistry in order to not exist in this box that is starting to become stale. And I do believe there are artists that are doing that. I think there are artists who are turning what we know R&B to be on its head completely and giving us something totally different. I think of 3 albums that literally just came out. Halle Bailey's Love or Something Like It, Leon Thomas's Folks or Miguel's Chaos. When you say those names, people think R&B, but the music that they just released is something totally different from that. And I love that they're giving us that. And I love that they're providing us with a different type of experience within R&B music. And those three artists have never necessarily been under the umbrella of Chicken Alfredo R&B music, but they're still opening up new portals in their artistry and giving us something different, which I appreciate. However, for the people spreading this narrative and Chicken Alfredo, Chicken Alfredo, Chicken Alfredo, please understand that the artists within the genre deserve a little bit more respect for that. The foundation of R&B deserves a little bit more respect for that. We can't just sit here and chop it up to being untasteful, unseasoned, basic, bland music and then, put that all on Black women, because I think the effects of that are truly harmful on some serious stuff. Say the music isn't for you and move on. If not, you start to look weird. I want to know what y'all's take on this is. Let me know in the comments.